guys. Hey, what's up? It's the New York guy coming at you from inside the truck. I had to get back to work. Took off for a few days. Had to get some things done. But I'm here to say hello. Boy, there's a lot of stuff going on today with the riots in LA and Iran and Israel and Putin and Zelensky and the tariffs, and it's still hung up in court. We don't know if they're going to go through. And what are we all going to do? But you want to know something? I don't want to talk about it. You know what it makes me want to do, right? I'll tell you what it makes me want to do. It just makes me want to drink the coffee. That's good coffee, homemade. It's homemade coffee. All right, let's take a nice little ride. You know, I don't know what's going on with my garden. I planted green peppers. I planted green beans and yellow squash, tomatoes and radishes and spring onion. Now, I don't know if the spring onion's coming in very well. The tomatoes are. I think the yellow squash is, and I think the green beans are. But I forgot to label them in the garden, so I'm not sure which is which. I'm pretty sure the yellow squash is coming in because they got those little pricklies, you know? Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? It's kind of a rough plant. So that's the yellow squash. But I don't know if, I think the other plant is green pepper. But, so last night what I did was I put in a few more green beans. So we'll see if that, and I'm taking off, I'm off the next 2 days, so I'm gonna dig about another foot on the garden. Maybe I'll take you there, we can do that together. I'll dig a foot, and I got some radishes that I'm gonna thin out. I'm gonna put them in the ground. Because right now I got the radishes in the pot, a big flower pot, and I don't think they do very well inside of a big flower pot, you know what I'm saying? I sit outside, I have a cup of coffee early in the morning, I feed the birds. If you saw some of my other videos, I planted some grass seed. It's starting to come in, but very slowly. The grass is not, I don't know if they changed. I don't know if they changed grass seed, because it just doesn't take off like it used to, you know. 4:15 in the morning. I just love it. I just love being out early in the morning. Look at all the people. Look at all those people. Thousands and thousands of people going to work, doing the best they can, trying to keep their heads above water. Some of those people right there, they're in like enormous debt. Let's get over here because I don't want to go by that trucker right there. That's rude if I brush right by him at 60 miles an hour. And then, when I drive a truck, guys, I like to stay in the right lane, especially when there's a lot of traffic. I let the other two lanes just bleed on through, you know. The right lane is okay. It's good enough for me. So anyway, look at all these people. All these people going someplace, making the economy move. They're just a small spoke in the big wheel of life. They're all doing what they can, right? Some are putting their kids through school. Some are really having a tough time. Maybe they're filing bankruptcy. Who knows? Maybe some of those people, they're getting ready to retire this week. It's the last week on the job. Maybe some of those people, they're gonna go to a wedding this week. Maybe their daughter is getting married, you know? Yeah, something nice. Let's think nice things now. Maybe this guy, DeCarlo, he's all happy. He's all happy because he's gonna propose to his girlfriend this week. And hopefully she's gonna say yes. Because he bought a really expensive engagement ring. Maybe some of these people, they're gonna go on a cruise. This week they're gonna go on the cruise down to St. Martin or down to the Caribbean somewhere, Bermuda. And like me, maybe this guy, I'm talking about me, maybe this guy, he's thinking about thinning out his radishes, planting some extra green beans. You never know what people are thinking. There's a lot of people thinking all kinds of different thoughts. Can you imagine, like, if something happened, like you became really, really intelligent, and you were thinking, like, well, you could feel, everybody's thoughts came into your head at once. Not in the whole world, but like everybody within a 10-mile radius, just like, you'd be like, you'd be laughing and, oh, that's it, you'd be flipping out. mussels with, she put ginger. Black mussels with some ginger, because it was a delicious sauce. I said to her, what is that sauce? She goes, I put some ginger in it. So it was black mussels with a big piece of salmon and some pasta noodles, like little penne noodle or penne pasta. All these truck drivers, look at that guy, huh? He's loaded down to do a day's work. Yeah, I really enjoyed taking you on these little morning rides. The weather has been really, I love it. It's been kind of like cloudy, a little rainy. Hey, quiet, I'm talking here. Quiet, let me shut that down. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, anyway. You know, it's kind of cloudy and misty and rainy. Because I know we're going to get hot weather too. It's the summertime. But I love it like this, you know? When I used to run the road, right? When I used to drive across country, this reminded me of Seattle, Washington. Seattle, Washington was always, every time I went in there, I might have only drove in there like maybe 8 or 10 times. I had this favorite bar I used to go to at the end of the shift when I parked the truck, and it was I'd have a nice cold beer and I'd play some pool. It was like a real kind of cowboyish. It was really neat. You had a bunch of pool tables, and you would always find some truck driver to play pool with, and it was always misty, kind of rainy, you know, that chilly breeze in the air. Well, then again, let me see, that might have been around November, maybe December when I went in there. I never really saw much of Washington State except Seattle. And one time I left there to drive back east, and I ran into a hellacious snowstorm. I was way up in the mountains. I really thought I made a mistake, because it was snowing like a blizzard, and there was no place to pull over. It was do or die. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. Guys, I really appreciate you driving along with me, or early morning ride-alongs, where I talk about anything that comes to my mind. But I gotta get going. I'm almost to my delivery. And I just want to thank you. If you like this content, you know, check out some of my other videos. We'll talk more about my garden and stuff like that. Thank you for watching. Ring the bell, subscribe, it helps the channel. All right, the New York guy saying peace. I'll talk to you later.